Hey guys, ankhgaming here with you, and this is a special Crusader Kings 2 episode. I have purchased the Ruler Designer mod, or DLC, a long time ago, and you can't use it on your current saved files. Let's just look here. So like for example, if we go to mine, when we're in the year 1191, and say, okay, so here's my king. His beard's getting pretty epic, by the way. But clicking on Ruler Designer does nothing. If I click on other people, does nothing. Other countries, like this one, does nothing. It doesn't do anything on your saved files. So, well, let's just go in here to a non-saved. If it'll load. And we're just going to go through it. I haven't used it yet, and I still won't really have a chance to play with it with the new game too much because we're still in the middle of our Let's Play. But let's say we were going to start over, and since I have the Sword of Islam, I can play as Islamic rulers now. So say we wanted to start as one of these guys down here. Let's look at independent realms. See, like we could start as Jurinti, who's obviously a Muslim. He's Sheikh. So we could start, you know, anywhere we want. We could start as up to, I think you can start as up to a king. It doesn't even show you empires anymore. It used to, but you can't actually play as them, so they don't let you. I think you can start as a king. Like this guy. Ansto of Navarra, who has nothing. Let's just pretend for a second. Actually, I like Aragon better. Let's pretend for a moment that we wanted to play as this king, and let's actually look at his realm. Does he have any other countries? No. Sad for him. He has nothing. And his people are gone in my playthrough. I think everyone is gone except for Castile and Navarra. Maybe Leon has a single country left. But let's just look at Aragon. And we'll click Ruler Designer. Here's what it lets you do. You can change their ethnicity. So, you know, and you can even pop these out. So, whatever. Let's say we want to make him West African. And we're going to make him Mandy. Don't know why we would, but we could. We can change his look. We want to change how our... And this does affect your family, because if you notice, my characters have all looked very similar. So we're not going to mess this too much. Let's just click a couple things. Beard, obviously he has to have a beard, right? Beard, oh, mustache. Mustaches are pretty cool. Not really. I'm really kidding. Mustaches, unless you're a cop, you know, are not really that cool. Just being honest. So, say we wanted him to have, you know, I can't really see too much because he's got a crown on. We could also just randomize. We can change their gender. Ooh, that's weird. Headgear, let's change that. Ooh. Wow. All the different ones you can normally use, but let's just go with none for the moment. And select a hairstyle. Now that's a pretty rockin' hairstyle. I'm feeling that. So say, or this one, that's, you know, that's pretty awesome too. Nah, that's looking a little like Hitler. That's kind of cool. Obviously, I'm being facetious. That hairstyle. Oh man, there's so many epic hairstyles to choose from. Back then, people had the best haircuts, I guess. I think we obviously go with helmet head. It just seems like the best. Background, we can change what it looks like behind him. Kind of all pointless stuff, right? I guess we're changing our ears. Who cares? Cheekbones. Well, there we go. That looks pretty ugly. Chin. Oh, can I get a big old chin? I don't know. This is, I'm feeling that one right there. And mouth. Well, you can't see the mouth with our beard, so let's move our beard for a minute. That looks pretty good. Looks awesome. Nose, obviously we need like just the best nose. Can't get nose jobs back in those days, so you gotta get your nose up front. That one looks like it goes the best with our beard, right? Yeah, that looks the best with our beard, I think. And eyes, that looks too serious. He looks kind of confused like that, so that looks perfect. Visualize, clothes. All right, well obviously. Can I choose one where he looks like he's not wearing a shirt? Robes, whatever. Headgear, now we need some headgear. Now that we got our hair selected. And I'm feeling... Actually, that makes my hair look too good. Oh, hair color. We need to change that. Apparently we can't. Alright, let's go with this. This seems like it matches our headgear, probably. Right. Yeah, let's just go with this one. It matches our headgear. Age, young, middle-aged, old. Check out that beard. It gets bigger as it gets older. That's awesome. Sweet! Young, obviously. Background, yeah, that doesn't matter. So, yeah, there we go. Oh, neck. Yeah, obviously changing the neck is very important. So you can see this DLC changes a lot of very important things that you might really want to be able to use. Like, you know, those. So let's just go to the next part. Our coat of arms. Now, party, pet, pale, per pale? Eh. You can, you know, click some stuff, change some stuff. It looks like it matters a lot, right? Party triangle. What? Party triangle, obviously. Oh, yeah. Slot 2. Toothbrush on it. And slot 3. Yeah, and that looks pretty awful. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Winning. Oh, yeah. Come on. Give me something good. That makes no sense. So, I'm confused by all of this. Yeah, that seems to make a lot of sense to me. And, no, not that. Yeah, that. We gotta change this up a little bit, though. We need one with the black background. Come on. Come on. Let's do it. This is a very important game-altering DLC. It adds a lot to the game. You know, because this is something you'll look at the whole game. So it's obviously very important. I don't know, that I'm kind of feeling that. How about you guys? That looks pretty awesome. Alright, now let's find a different one. Come on. Give me something good. Oh, there we go. That's making a ton of sense to me. Oh no, now we got the flow, the yellows coming, the orange coming through. Yeah, that looks good. Looks good. Oh, but we can just change the color. Oh, emblem. Oh yeah. Give me an emblem on there. A black bird, you got it. Oh, another one? No, these are dumb. Come on, give me something good. A red cross, yeah. And maybe unicorn. Kind of feeling unicorn. Or key. There we go. That's perfect. This is exactly what the plan was, right? Link colors across all slots, yes. There we go. Look at that. That's awesome. So, the only thing that actually mattered of all that is you can adjust this. And I haven't done this before. So, health. Okay. 5. Fertility, 50%. Like, control click for 10 times. Like, how fertile could I make this guy? Oh, he's getting old. Oh, this is changing his age. Undo. So, okay, so we can start with him at age 16. We can give him some sons and daughters. We can give him some traits. And this is what's cool to me. Okay, so, change educational trait. So these things will change your age. Now, there's a couple ways you could go with this. Is you could give your guy, like, awesome traits. And I don't know how it would work if you give him a son. Would his son already inherit those traits? Who knows? So, like, a good one for a leader would be something that has a lot of stewardship and fertility. So, Midas Touch is good. It has stewardship, it has martial, and it has fertility. So there's a ton of these, and then there's even more of the actual traits. So, like, say you wanted to have a very good young ruler, you can give him a lot of the good traits, start him at a young age, so that way you get a long reign, potentially. Or maybe you want an old guy who is just like the Mac Daddy, and hopefully, with a lot of traits, that hopefully you can pass on to your son. The truth of the matter is that you're probably boned either way, because you're going to notice how many years this puts on the people. Alright, so, like, that one's okay. I think the best ones are going to be Midas Touched, maybe Strategist, let me see. Bonus to health, martial. I mean, if we want to be a warmonger, say we were going to start someplace where we wanted to send our king out to battle a lot, that would kind of make sense, but not really. I don't know how learning affects things. I need to learn that. Learning is the trait that I'm confused the most by what it actually does. So I should look that up sometime, shouldn't I? If you know, post in the comments. Elusive Shadow, that adds to intrigue. Grey Eminence is a fairly good one. It has diplomacy, learning, and intrigue. It's not good martial, but it's fine. But obviously Midas Touched is the best because it does give you that plus 15. Now look, that adds 15 years to my life. But look at all the points it gave. So let's just do this for example. We'll change this to something that's 0, like Indulgent Wastel. And we'll try to get this up to a 15. So you notice we're getting all the age anyways, where if we just went with this, it adds 15, but you're getting 14 points plus some vitality, plus some fertileness. So it works out to be about the same, but you just have the better trait. Like if you look at this one, it has essentially 3 points. Each of these is the point cost. I'm actually learning this as we go for the most part, guys, just to be honest. So, to me, it's more important to have good traits. But starting at 31 is pretty rough, to be honest. Can we change our name here? Where can you change the name? Nope. Alright. Okay, so here we go. Here's where you change the name. How did I miss this? Herman something or other. That seems awesome. That seems... Del Punte. That seems great. Culture Castilian. I can change my culture. Change my religion. So these are like some... Oh, I can't play as that religion. Wow, I can only play as Muslim. And there's lots of different kinds of Muslim. I didn't know that in this game. Or you can play as one of the many kinds of Christians. These, like the one I just selected, these are, the ones in red, are pagan faiths. They're not pagan, they're, like cults. So you'd be considered a heretic even though you're a Christian. Orthodox is the only other one that's really considered Christian. So Catholic and Orthodox are the two, like, main faiths. Looks like Muslim has a similar thing. They have Shia and Sunni. And then the rest are, you know, break-offs of that. It would be interesting as you could play as Zoroastrian. My country one time when I was playing did become Zoroastrians. Or Zoroastrian. And this is a very interesting religion. And it's actually based out of Iran, so I don't know how it got into my country before, to be honest. So, let's just look at traits here. So, negative 31. Wow. So, hold on. I'm confused. So, we make myself Midas Touched. These are negatives. Interesting. So, you could really... A Crusader is 29, negative. Excommunicated. Drunkard. So it seems like these negative ones, though, they double the negative. Wow. So if you start maimed, you can really start with a lot of points. A leper? What's that do? Interesting. You will die soon as a leper. Syphilic. Come on, show me what this does. Whoa, that's pretty tough. Possessed. Lunatic. Legitimized bastard. Huh. Kinslayer. Kinslayer does hurt. Being Kinslayer does hurt your scores. I like how homosexual is only a negative 15%. Like club-footed. Some of these, like club-footed, they don't actually affect you that much. Or like, for example, this one. Club-footed is a good example. It's unattractive, but the negative one martial doesn't affect you because you don't want your king normally fighting your wars. Lisp, stutter. A stutter actually is a +1? Weird. Attractive is a plus 16. So I could go like, ooh, genius. Like, that's my favorite trait. So it's very interesting. Let's actually take this serious for just half a second. So let's remove all traits. So we'd want to be Midas touched. Okay? And let's clear everything. Alright, so traits. Light-footed leader. I've never seen these. Oh, these are the military ones. So these look free. So, light-footed leader, capable in organizing troops. I don't care about organizing troops. Unpredictable leader. Whoa. I could be a veteran in the jihad. Can I be a Crusader as well? That'd be hilarious. Can I be a Crusader? Please? Please? Yes! I'm 77, but I'm a Crusader jihadist. Okay, I said I was going to take it serious. So, incapable is awful. Maimed, on the other hand, it does affect your health pretty negatively. Negative 24. But I'm going to do it. My health is a 3. We'll do something that improves our health. For 1, we're going to be a genius. So we're already 37. I don't really mind being ugly or a dwarf. Inbred? That is hilarious. Okay, so I haven't inbred any of my children, fortunately. So strong is plus 40. Holy cow. What's a hedonist? What's the problem with that? So you could make yourself celibate and just give yourself a son. That's interesting. So we want to get rid of strong. So you just click on it. Okay, so we're only 22 if we're a celibate genius who's maimed. Let's just see if I can get some of my other favorite traits. A lot of these... oh, okay, so like these balance you out. So these arbitrary content. So content, I'm back down to 16. We're gonna make myself an inspiring leader because that's a 0. How many of these can I get? Okay, this is imbalanced. I can just give myself all of those traits for free. And I can give myself these things. Something seems wrong about that. Seems not correct. So, yeah, that's definitely incorrect. Zealous is one of my favorites, so we'll put that on there. And I don't care about Braves. The reason I like Zealous, if we can go to it here, is it adds 1 piety monthly. And that's a lot. Humble is a very good one too, 1 piety monthly. We're 38, so we need something negative to balance this out. Arbitrary, and I don't like arbitrary. Cruel. Minus diplomacy, morale, offense. Shy's okay. Craven? Yeah, my guy's probably a coward. Even though he's going to be a Crusader, obviously. Slothful, no, that's really bad. Slothful's only a negative 15. That's shocking. So, as you guys can see, like, woo, diligence, a plus 15 though. Diligence, very strong. My stewardship would be insane, and my character's only 46. We can make him, like, gluttonous. The church despises him, so does a member of the other sex. That would be tough. I'm kind of shocked that these are so expensive. Lustful. That's actually a pretty good one. I would make my guy lustful. He's a celibate, but he's lustful. I mean, that seems pretty awesome if you ask me. And then we could, like, make him, you know, we could just make him the craziest thing ever. Actually, this video is going longer than I planned, We'll put that on there. I'm 69, but I'm a kinslayer, homosexual, ugly, inbred. So I'm back down to 16. And I'm gluttonous. So, you know, this all makes a lot of sense to me. And I'm scarred. So there you go. That would be my king. It's actually pretty awful. My fertility is, you know, only negative 960. My health is pretty low. Let's just go ahead and pump that up. We got a lot of points to spend. And here's one thing, is if you do this, you put some of these negatives on here, your character may get healed. So you could end up better. So like we do that. We're still young. This is insane. So like if I made myself inbred, my children would not necessarily end up inbred. So let's get rid of my son. And I'm just curious, what all can I do? I'd have to get rid of celibate if I don't give myself a kid. So now we're 28. So like how about that? That would actually be pretty interesting. Now we goofed around a little bit, but we could give ourselves a lot of negative traits and end up with very good stats, young, and have a good shot to have children still. So that's pretty interesting. So we'll finish. And we're just going to click play just here for a second, guys. I know this video's ran longer than one, but I was just kind of goofing around. And I'm sure, you know, we can all appreciate goofing around in a video game. And I'm going to tell you what I think of this mod as a whole. DLC, whatever. This is what would be a mod if I wanted to go to a modder's forum and download it for free, because I'm sure they have even better versions of this. So, here's what I wanted to look at. What's this? No heir to your dynasty. My guy looks crazy. Why does he look like that now? That's not what I chose him to look like. My heir is my courier. She's the princess, but she's not my daughter. Funny. I'm West African, maybe that's why I look different. So when it comes to combat, I have like a million modifiers. So I would actually, you could make yourself the most insane military leader, because those are priced at 0, and that is bugged. That needs to be patched, probably will be patched. Now if we look, my monthly prestige gain is pretty good, my piety gain is insane, gold none. Here's what we want to see though. Here's what we're waiting for. What do my vassals think of me and why? Short reign, female heir, heretic. I'm a heretic? Oh, I am. I didn't change that. Whoops. I'm homosexual, I'm inbred, I'm craven. So, in reality, the negatives I'm getting is not that high. My personal diplomacy actually is taking care of the rest. So there you go. There's the strategy. If you get the expansion, just pimp out your diplomacy. Give yourself stupid stuff like inbred and, like, you know, all kinds of negatives. Kinslayer doesn't even matter if you don't have kin. So then when you get married, you can form alliances, you can still be young, have some children. Your children should not inherit blue traits, like inbred, ugly. Well, they can inherit ugly, but not inbred. Scarred, they won't inherit. So these are ways you can definitely start your ruler on a high pace. I mean, I'm a genius. If my child got genius, like, I don't need Crusader, really. I would definitely get rid of that. That just helps me with the church. But things like maimed you can probably get away with if you can have your child early. You might die though, so, you know, there's that. But you can heal from some of these, and some of these, really the gray and the green and a couple of the purple are the only things that can pass on. Like the Midas Touch and Genius though, they can. So those are great ones. What's this thing here? Hazav. That doesn't really do anything. So anyways, guys, my opinion of this expansion, this DLC, is that it's really only about a B minus, C plus. It's really average. It doesn't add anything to the game. It's cheap. That's the only reason I'd recommend buying it, is most times it's on sale for like $1. So that's nothing to spend, and if you're just going to start your first game, you're not going to know what any of this stuff does. So it's not going to serve you any good. It's really for your multiple games, like whenever you're playing your second or third playthrough. And it gives you some flexibility, but in reality, your first king often dies quickly. So it's not going to matter a ton. And all the work you put into that king, it's for the most part won't carry over to your heir. You may get lucky, like I could get lucky in my son. If I had a son, maybe I don't have a son. I could get the Midas touched and get the genius and get my good traits. So that could happen, and then I would have a very powerful son and a very powerful lineage possibly. But most likely it won't happen. My experiences, I've been, in my playthrough, I've been having people trained by the geniuses. I'm a genius, I think one of my characters was, and it didn't pass on. So the chances aren't super high. But it's an interesting thing to do. So I'd recommend it if you just wanted to buy it and it's on sale. But otherwise, don't bother with it. The game is so deep anyways, and you go through so many rulers, it doesn't matter. So anyways, guys, this has been a review of this little DLC. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and like the video. Ankhgaming out.